Hello everyone. Today I want to share a short, practical video with you, focused on 2 simple tricks for fixing light bulbs. The idea for this came from a comment I read under my previous video. Someone raised a question, and I felt it was important to respond with a clear and direct explanation. For me, this isn't just about answering one viewer, it's about showing that every comment matters and that I value the input you take the time to leave. When you choose to watch my content, I want you to know you're getting something straightforward, useful, and reliable. To keep things transparent, I'll mark both bulbs at the very beginning before we dive into the actual steps. This way you'll be able to follow the process clearly, and you won't have to wonder whether there's any trick or switch happening behind the scenes. I believe that kind of clarity is essential if we want to build trust here. What you see is exactly what's happening, and that's the way it should be. So today's video won't waste your time with fluff or unnecessary distractions. We're going to get right to the point, walk through each step, and see just how effective these 2 little tricks can be. Let's get started and find out together. The very first step is to take the cover off and check what the real cause is. I don't believe in fixing things by guessing. It wastes time and often makes the problem worse. By opening it up, we can see exactly what's going on inside and identify the part that's faulty or needs attention. Next, I'll show you how to test the circuit using a metal tweezer. The first step is to wrap the handle of the tweezer with electrical tape. It's a simple precaution but an important one, because it insulates the grip and keeps the process safe. Once that's done, use the tweezer to touch each LED chip one by one. What you're looking for is the reaction of the whole strip. If you hit the faulty chip, all the other LEDs will light up immediately. That's the clear signal that this particular chip is the cause of the problem. The principle behind this is straightforward. When the tweezer touches both ends of the faulty LED, it acts as a temporary bridge. Electricity bypasses the bad chip, allowing the rest of the circuit to function normally. This makes the defect obvious without any guesswork. It's a quick, practical method to pinpoint the issue, and the best part is that you don't need any complicated tools to do it. So there it is, the culprit behind the dead light. The moment I spotted the signal, I locked in on the exact spot and marked it right away. This is a habit I always recommend. Once you've identified the problem, secure it, don't leave it to memory. With this faulty LED chip, the next step is to carefully scrape off the outer glass layer using a blade. It's a simple yet effective move that exposes the inner contacts and makes the repair possible. Once the glass is removed, you'll have a clean surface to work with, which allows for the next steps in restoring the circuit, and I'll set it aside for the moment. Now we move on to the next part with a jar filled with small pins. You might be asking yourself, what's he planning to do with that? And that's exactly the reaction I want, curiosity mixed with anticipation. Can you believe it? With just 3 small pieces cut from a single pin using this cutter, I can solve the entire problem. It sounds almost too simple, but that's the beauty of it. Sometimes the simplest fix is the most effective one. Instead of chasing down specialized parts, I'm taking what's right in front of me and turning it into a practical solution. The key is perspective. When you learn to make use of what's available, technical obstacles stop being overwhelming. Now I'm going to cut a small piece of electrical tape, with one clear purpose: to secure those 3 short metal pieces onto the spot where I scraped off the glass layer of the LED chip. This step requires precision because only when the pieces are firmly in place can the circuit conduct properly. Once the tape is in place, I press it down gently with my fingers a few times over. This pushes out the air pockets and allows the tape to grip firmly onto the exposed surface. It may seem like a minor step, but it's what ensures stability in the connection. After securing everything with the tape, I add a few drops of glue on top and spread it evenly. This step reinforces the bond, making sure the metal pieces stay firmly attached to the LED chip. I'll set it aside for now and wait for the glue to dry completely. Now let's see how it turned out. There you have it, the light is back on. That proves the method works, and it works well. What looked like a useless chip has now become a functioning part of the circuit again. So the first trick worked exactly as we expected. Now stay with me because the next method takes a different approach. One that's equally practical and well worth your attention. The opening of this second trick is really just a repeat, almost identical to how I introduced the first one. If you already trust the process and the result, feel free to skip ahead to the main part. But if you'd rather double check and see the transparency in every step, stay with me. I'll walk you through it again so you can judge for yourself. This step is straightforward. I'll take a small piece of razor blade and secure it onto the faulty LED chip that I marked earlier. The principle is the same as before, creating a temporary bridge so the current can bypass the damaged part. I believe this method has solid scientific reasoning behind it. It's not just a random trick. Now, if you're curious about the outcome, you can skip ahead toward the end to see the result first, then come back here to watch how it's done. But if you stay, I'll walk you through every detail so you can see exactly how this method works in practice. we've come to the end of today's video. These 2 tricks prove that solutions don't have to be complicated or costly, just use what's around you and take it step by step. What matters isn't only getting the light to work again, but the sense of confidence you gain by fixing it with your own hands. If you found this video helpful, leave a comment and share your thoughts. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss the next video. Your support means a lot, and it drives me to keep sharing more practical real-world tips. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.